So yesterday my noodle maker came in and I'm really excited to use it. So I wanted to share a video with you guys on me making the dough and using this noodle maker for the very first time. I'm super excited, so let's get started. Alright, so I'm turning the camera. I'm going to try and place this in a position where you guys can kind of see everything I'm doing, but that way I've got two free hands. So we're going to use some old coffee containers and get this all propped up. Okay, so I've got my mixer over here, I've got flour, and then I've got farm fresh eggs off of my own farm, my own homestead. So from what I have read, we need 5 eggs to 5 cups of flour to make the noodles. So I think to ensure that things mix better, I'm going to put the eggs in first. It didn't really specify in the recipe, which, mind you, the recipe just came with my little handbook that came with this thing. If you guys are interested, let me know and I'll share the link to where I got this on Amazon. But it's Vevor, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but that's the brand of what I got. Alright, so it says we need 5 eggs. 1.
What do you need?
2. 3. 4. And 5. Alright, so there's the 5 eggs. I'm going to move this over here. I'll just move that to another counter for now. So I made homemade French baguette bread last night, and some of my measuring cups are in the dishwasher. So because we need 5 cups, I'm going to use this 1.5 cup a few times, and then I've got a 1/2 cup here to make up the difference. I do have plenty of flour if I need it. But, so here's a 1.5 cups. And since I added the first 1.5 cups, I'm going to go ahead and start the mixer on a low setting to get that going. Alright, so we're going to add another 1.5 cups of flour, which is going to make 3 cups. We're going to turn this up just a little bit more. Alright, now we're going to add another 1.5 cups to make 4.5 cups in total. Oh, you're so beautiful, Peanut. Alright, so here's... So we've put in a total of 4.5 cups so far. We're going to add one more 1/2 cup to make 5.
I want to help you.
But the dough is starting to go in. Oh, here is Gemma. You want to pour this last one in there? Okay, be careful. Turn it a little bit so it's facing, no, like this. You want to hold it more like that. Okay? Yeah, hit it in there. Good job. Good job.
Whoa.
You are a good helper.
Don't pick us.
Yep, they sure are. Okay,
Why?
so we have officially added 5 cups of flour to the mixture. I'm going to turn this up a smidge now. Gemma, back up a little, honey.
Hi. Everything.
So I just added another egg because I don't feel like this is mixing very well. It almost seems like 5 cups of flour is too much to the 5 eggs. So my youngest is going to get more eggs from downstairs real quick, because I think I need to add a few eggs. But on that same note, maybe it would have actually been better to add the eggs in after the flour. The next time I make noodles, I'm really going to test that theory, and I'm going to put the flour in first and then add eggs, and see how that goes. Because this first round so far of doing it like this isn't feeling like it's as successful as I think it should have been. So I'm just using my little red spatula here to make sure that there's nothing sticking to the bottom before I turn the mixer back on. Okay. Oh yeah.
See that big egg?
Yeah, so some of my chickens lay some ginormous eggs. Look at this guy. And then here's one of my average eggs.
I got a big guy. It's tiny, little baby guy.
Then this one is one that I would consider to be one of my large eggs.
That's because we only have big cocks around this house.
Honey!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm serious. See the
This
big egg?
is a live video!
Oh.
We'll be right back, guys. So I just cracked open that big egg and decided to use that huge one. That was a double yolker. Sometimes when they're that big, though, they're not a double yolker. No, Gemma, don't crack it. I don't need it right now.
Just crack it.
I don't know if we need it yet, so you gotta hold on.
Just crack.
I asked you to please wait, okay? So, but since I added that egg, the dough is starting to form a lot better. That's what it's looking like right now.
Yellow.
So I think I'm gonna let Gemma go ahead and add this last egg. Gemma, you need to crack that better first. Otherwise you're gonna get shells in it. We don't want to get shells in there.
Okay.
A little more than that, like this. Nope, like this.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to. Come on. Give it a good tap. Don't be scared. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, now you can reach a little better to put that in. Just be careful. Good job. That's it. That's all we need. No more. Alright, so we just added one more egg. I'm going to turn this up a smidge.
Whoa, yellow. I love yellow.
Yeah.
I love yellow. Purple.
Yeah, the dough is really starting to form now. So I think that is a total of eight eggs that we have added to the 5 cups of flour. She'll stop that, please. She'll stop it, please. Watch out. So the dough is really starting to form well now. It has separated here. So we're going to go ahead and turn that mixer off. Gemma, can you back up a little, please? So I can...
You called me.
No, I did not.
Hey,
Okay, so now that I'm done mixing the dough in the mixer, I have added a little bit of flour to my mobile cutting board here. I'm going to set this on here and kind of knead the dough here a little bit. You know, you always want to put a little bit of flour down when you're mixing with dough, because if you don't and the flour is still a little sticky or tacky, then it's really just going to stick to your surface really bad, and it's going to be really hard to work with, which really becomes more frustrating than anything. You know, I personally kind of like the process of kneading doughs, but you know, when I add the flour in there, you got to be a little rough with it. You got to work with it. It's kind of relaxing at the same time, though. Okay. So now that I've kind of kneaded this dough, pretty confident if there was any air pockets, they're not there now. I am going to grab my rolling pin here. I'm going to cut a section off, and then we're going to see how it works through the roller. So we're going to put this over here. Maybe we're going to try a smaller piece here. You ready to listen now, Peanut? Why don't you come out of that corner here so that way you can come up on the cherries here. Okay. So, I'm going to try and roll this out. Oh.
I don't do it.
Well, I'm going to try and make these noodles.
Oh, only me.
For us.
And you.
Yep.
For you and me.
Now it's going to be a little unorthodox because I'm making mac and cheese with more or less a spaghetti noodle, but you know, it's going to be fine.
Oh.
Okay. So now, all right, Gemma, so now we're going to move the chair right here because we're going to move to over here. Okay?
Yay! I'm not getting right here.
All right.
I don't want to go right here.
So, trying to get the noodle maker more in sight here. So bear with me. Move some stuff. Here we go. So here's the noodle maker. So I got this hoodie here to be able to clamp it to the counter, which we are going to go ahead and do now.
Here you go. Let's go. Let's go right here for you. Mom.
What?
All
right, so it's clamped to the table now.
I'm going for you.
Thank you, Peanut. So from what I read, we're supposed to start with this knob on number 8. Right here. And we're supposed to set this here. And I don't know, it might be too thick for this to work yet. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out. And we're supposed to put this in here. And we're supposed to roll it. Oh. It's working. Oh. But where I have this positioned is not.
I did
I'll
it.
remove this a little bit. Holy cow. That's actually working really, really good. But I think that it's too thin. I don't want noodles that thin. So we are going to widen this out, pull this part off because we can reuse that. We're going to do this again with a thicker consistency.
Hi. I got oil.
Oh wow. This is so easy, guys. This is so easy. I'm sorry. Let me turn that camera so you guys can see this better now. Look at that. So now, we're going to turn this baby around. Okay. guys can see this well enough. Okay, so now we're going to set this here so I can start to pull. It's not really working out for me here. I don't like that this is on that side, so I gotta move this around here. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna reset this clamp and stuff. Alright, guys. Let's see how this can turn out now. Oh my gosh. My first ever homemade noodles.